Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Mount Mindset. We've got Big Mikey back in the hot seat. He's hot in from surgery. It was touch and go whether he would make it today because he is literally fresh out from under the knife. So he sent me a picture of him weeping and bleeding from parts of his body that he said might need to take a rain check. But with a little raw male masculine motivation, he decided to butch up and make it along. Today we're going to dive into all the current topics. There's hurricanes, there's political storms, there's FEMA, there's the Mr. Olympia that's just been. We're going to cover Mikey's surgery and what he went through, how that recovery process is taking place, and the really, really weird part of the recovery process that he didn't expect, which had some colourful and enlarged areas of his body that we'll dive right into, and I'll let Big Mikey tell you himself. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. Gork, let's just recap on what Gork AI, the AI engine in X. So I've said, give me some bullet points on the Diddy situation as of October 2024. Legal troubles. Sean Combs has been indicted on charges including sex trafficking, racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution. These charges stem from allegations.
Have you seen the number? It's like 3,000 something charges or something. It's wild.
Spanning over a decade, multiple allegations. Combs faces numerous lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct, physical abuse, sexual assault, with allegations dating back to 1991, with over 120 new allegations having surfaced, with some of the claimants alleging they were minors at the time of the instance.
I think they said the youngest was 8 or 9 or something like that.
That's wild, man.
But do you think anything will actually happen to him though?
Well, it's like,
or do you think it'll just something else will happen and everyone will forget, or if he'll get Epsteined or whatever?
Well, look at, for instance, the Schofield allegation. What happened to him? Nothing. Edward Hughes, nothing.
But was the boy? I know it was technically grooming, but was he not 16? So it's technically
Edward Hughes is.
Who's that?
Edward Hughes was the BBC presenter that had the
dogs
or the indecent images. No, he was the guy.
He just resigned and got off with it.
Resigned.
Has he not got a suspended sentence or some bullshit like that?
He got a suspended sentence in like community service.
Was that him that the 54 dogs?
No, that was.
You know who I'm on about, though.
You told me about that.
I've no looked back into that. See what's going with that one. The documentary boy.
But it's all coming out with all this stuff like Ice Cube, 50 Cent's been saying it for years.
Yeah, Eminem.
And they're playing all the stuff in the songs, and it was like this was the thing.
I seen a video of Jay-Z trying to shake Denzel's hand, and Denzel couldn't get away from him fast enough.
Really?
It's like fucking slapping his hand away and not even looking at him, just kind of like, get the fuck away from me.
I wonder what, because it seems like there's...
It's like people know, do you know what I mean? But it's just not been spoken about. And there's like two sides of Hollywood. You're either in this side or you're on this side. Because obviously you've got like Joe Rogan and Mark Wahlberg and all these folk, and they've all started moving away. They're all down in I think they're in Austin, Texas now. They're all like... not essentially starting a new Hollywood, but they're separating themselves away from it.
That was the whole woke, the woke whole of California was becoming a woke cesspool with what was going on down in San Francisco, all these gender ideologies, all these sort of huge taxis that were bringing in. Like Elon, Joe Rogan and the crew were like, we're out of here. We're done.
Trot.
Because that was a place to be, but I don't know if you ever followed Jordan Maxwell's take on Hollywood.
As in Jordan Max.
Jordan Maxwell,
yeah.
And he was saying that it was like they were using sort of trickery and to program people, and they were using these...
he's so good.
The wand, which was the magic wand, and they were casting these spells using or implanting these beliefs into people, and the wand was made from the holly tree, so it was Hollywood. And that's where the name comes from.
Okay.
And the idea was that it was engineering thoughts and beliefs and patterns and perceptions into people, and they done it through programs or programming. And that was Jordan Maxwell's point, which is that like the whole piece of Hollywood is a dark, occult, satanic way of influencing people on a wide variety.
When was he saying this as well? Because this would have been a while ago if it was Jordan.
He's been saying it for years. But the thing that he said was people always asked him, they says, why are you not killed? Like, why have you not been offed? And he says they know. Like, he's been approached by people that are in those circles, and he says, look, Jordan, you know, we know what the people are saying to you, but you're not inciting violence and you're not inciting overthrow of a government. He's like, people are hearing you, but they're not listening to you.
Yeah.
He says, and the problem will start when they start to listen to you. And when they start to listen to you, then you will be a threat. He says, when you become a threat to the organisation.
See, I never started seeing him till after he died.
Did you not?
And then that's when I discovered him. And the minute I first heard him talking, I just got sucked straight in. Because how he articulates himself and he explains everything as he goes through, and I'm like, this guy is fucking mega. But I didn't find out about him until he died. And there's a woman very similar to him as well, an older woman, and she's phenomenal. But again, she's dead.
Is she?
Aye. I'll need to find out her name for you. But she's very, very much like Jordan, how she explains what things are and goes down the rabbit holes and breaks it down to layman's terms, so you know exactly what she's fucking talking about. Really good.
I got that companion Bible that he goes on about. So there's a companion Bible, which is a Bible on the left-hand column of the page, and on the right-hand column of the page is the footnotes and where the text actually originates from.
That's
and
pretty
it
fucking
actually
cool.
Explains the whole, like, the Bible's apparently an allegory. It's all...
Well, how many people have had a go at writing it? Do you know what I mean? It's not just one person. It's a collection of authors, if you like. You know what I mean? It's not one person wrote the Bible.
And the difference between the Old Testament, the New Testament,
King
and
James
all this,
and
all,
fucking...
all these versions, you go, well...
And each one's different.
It is. And it's like it's, you know, when you look at all the mistranslations, the misrepresentations, the things that have been left out.
Because when you read one of the original Bibles, it's like fucking reading Shakespeare. It's a hard read if you don't know how they used to speak. Ken, you've almost got to fucking analyse every fucking sentence. Because the first time I read one, I'm like, these cunts are off their nuts.
Yeah.
But they don't talk how we talk.
Because it's written in the grammar and the way that they would speak.
Back in whatever
we just don't. We can't form. We can't form the
it
sentences.
goes right there by head. I'm like,
you need to sit and think about it.
Aye. I found an old Bible in a hotel room. I can't mind where I was. But when I started reading it, I was already mildly intoxicated at the time, so it didn't help matters either. I'm just like, what the fuck?
You wonder why they put Bibles in hotel rooms. Like, I wonder how many...
They don't anymore.
Do they not?
Not a thing anymore. They've stopped it. But at one point, every single hotel room had a Bible in one of the drawers.
When I was in Dubai, there was a Quran there. There was a Quran in the hotel room.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to read it, would you? It wouldn't have been in our text. It would have been in theirs.
No, I noticed that when I was looking for the coat hanger for my shirt, I was preoccupied. I didn't have a free minute to myself to sit and wonder what the landscape of the Quran text might look like. I don't know if it was in English.
It wouldn't have been.
I think you can get a translated one now.
No, you can. You can get one that's in English.
I don't think Dubai would have had one in there. Well, the French hotel chain having an English translated Quran from a
I can't see it.
Muslim text. I don't know if that would have been something to do.
But you get a lot of Muslims in the UK that can't speak. You know, is it Arabic it's written on?
Sure it is Arabic.
Aye. So can you get a lot of British Muslims that can't speak Arabic? So you must get English, can you? Must do.
That was where the translation errors in the Bible happened, because it was the original
Latin.
Hebrew.
Oh, was it Hebrew? Oh no, it would have been Hebrew actually. Aye, of course it was.
Latin was more of a spoken language. I don't think it was.
Well, I think Latin was like early, came when the Catholic Church was forming. I think it was all Latin. Obviously, the Bible predates that, doesn't it?
But it was all the old Hebrew text was translated, and that's where the big story around the translation of Elohim.
I wonder if the original one still even exists, or if it was papped off or whatever.
I was listening to. Did you see Graham Hancock with Flint Dibble debate that was going on between the archaeologist and Graham Hancock?
I started watching that.
Well,
I never got to the end of it. I got halfway through. And obviously he's trying to help Graham, but on the same time, I felt he was trying to dismiss most of what he was saying as well.
It turns out that a lot of the stuff that he was saying as scientific fact is completely baseless.
Who, Graham?
No, Flint.
Flint.
So he's came out representing archaeology, being the sort of guy.
Well, they made it because he's just like, we look for this one specific thing. It's like, but you're ignoring everything else.
Well, even the things that he was suggesting were wrong. So there was a guy called Illegitimate Scholar who's on X.
If someone pulled it apart, like
someone went through it like a fine tooth comb. So Flint was talking about how they had over 3 million shipwrecks catalogued, and that if there was an ancient civilization that were seafaring, we would have found their boats.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the story is that the sea levels were 400 feet below where they're at today.
Yeah.
So there was a lot more land mass as the ice age had soaked up the water, and the frozen water at the ice caps was much larger. So the volume of water in the oceans and seas was much lower. So you had these areas of land that would have been...
Well, even you go back to Alexandria was fully above water back in the day, and half of its complete is way under now, way under.
And that's the thing is like, if you think you dump 400, you raise water levels by 400 feet, and you go, well...
Central Belt's gone.
How are you, how are you going to find all these settlements, these places that people would have inhabited?
Because you'd have to plan. You'd have to go back and be like, right, well, this wasn't here. So you're going to have to figure out where the boats would have been, potentially, and then that's making your surface area even more. So it's going to be impossible. And half of them, like you're saying now, the sea levels are lower now than what they were. No, higher now than what they were. So you're going down to depths to try and find a boat where we're not going to be looking for a fucking boat.
I don't know what the depth limit is for scuba diving, but 400 feet is...
It's not that. It's definitely not that.
So you go, well, but I think you get specialist sort of seabed divers or saturation divers, but they're not going to be doing the archaeology. It's big bucks to do that type of thing. So
the deep sea divers, the welders and the Sparky boy, they're on like 1,500 quid a day. They're smashing it. Yeah. But you're spending fucking 2 weeks in a pressurised fucking tube at the bottom of the ocean.
It's 20 days they need to be in there.
You see the boy that fucking the pressure gauge had read wrong, and he opened the hatch and he got soaked and was sprayed about 140 feet around the deck just through a wee pipe.
Is he?
Guy had just opened the door and the pressure gauge had said the pressure was fine, and he's just been soaked through a fucking air pipe and just spat out everywhere.
So like an offshore version of the Willy Wonka sucking up Augustus Gloop.
Pretty much, just with more gore.
Well, less a happy ending, or a saw ending.
So he was just liquefied. Just.
At least he's not...
Oh, he wouldn't have felt a thing. Would not have felt a thing. That'd been lights out straight away.
So talking about gore, how did the surgery go?
Surgery was great, actually.
People tell people that haven't been following your story, what made you get to the point that you needed surgery? How did it all begin?
So obviously,
and what type of surgery did you get?
Right. So we went from being muscular to being very, very fat and overweight to being below 10% body fat to discovering that I had a gyno issue in my chest. So that needed removed because it ruined my pec line. So we were scheduled to get the gyno surgery to remove the glands from behind my nipples. So basically what gynecomastia is a mammary gland behind everyone's nipples that can, at any point in your life, 1 in 2 men have it naturally, but when you introduce things like PEDs, that can also create the issue. So I don't know whether I had it naturally and then irritated it with PEDs, or the PEDs gave it to me. But anyway, it ruined my pec line, so it needed to be removed. And while I was getting that done, even when I was creeping below the 10% body fat line, because of how fat I was previously, I felt some of the stretch marks on my lower abdomen might not tighten up as much as I want when we go on stage. So I thought, I'm going under anyway. Went and seen the surgeon. Can you do anything with this wee bit here? He says, I need more. We'll just fucking cut it out and nip it together. Sound. So I got my gyno removed, and then what they called like a modified abdominoplasty thing. Mm-hmm. And that's what I had done. And so far, the recovery from the surgery has been sound. The swelling that came with the surgery was not anything I was overly prepared for, and that's been the challenging part.
What shocked you about the swelling? Give me an example.
The swelling. So the biggest shock was they tell you there should be some local swelling that can be quite severe. Now, having your cock turn into a super can of Tennent's was not what they'd quite described to me. So after the first week, I'm like, well, after the first few days, I'm like, right, my cock and balls are getting bigger here. And then day 2, day 3, day 4, and not just were they getting bigger, they turned black. They changed race on me. So I'm sitting here so I couldn't put my testicles in one hand. I needed 2 hands to cut my balls. And then I had this absolute long shalong on top. And that was the discomfort, because obviously walking was difficult. And then I've got this newfound tool that weighed a lot. And that's then pulling on, well, what felt to me like it was pulling on my stomach wound. And then it's obviously stretching my groin. So the discomfort that's the bad part. And it wasn't so much painful, it was just awkward and hard to move and hard to get comfy. You're sitting on the sofa and you'd be like, oh wait, my nuts. And you need to lift your nuts and cock out of the way so you can sit down.
How big were your nuts?
Like, honestly, like I needed, like, I wouldn't quite say bowling ball, but a fair size fucking melon. Do you know what I mean?
So for the listeners, Mikey's not a small man. And he's not got small hands, and he's put his 2 hands together and clasped them as if he was holding a bowl.
Aye, literally like a fucking, kind of like a yellow melon, what they call it.
A melon.
A yellow melon, aye. So my balls are like a yellow melon.
I don't think they call it a yellow melon, but I mean, I think yellow melon.
A canary melon, did you know what I'm on about?
I know what you mean.
And then obviously my penises went to a thickness where I couldn't touch my finger and thumb together. It was like holding a can of juice, but longer.
To most guys, that sounds like a dream scenario.
I never thought I would moan about my knob getting bigger, but it became an issue.
Like, what was it like, other than the swelling, and obviously it's in large size? What else was there an issue with?
That's it.
Just discomfort.
Literally, just obviously, my coach is like, we'll start putting steps back in. Like, Niebuhr, I can't walk with this. I've got another human strapped to the front of me here that's in the way of my legs. So obviously, fucking walking was out of the question. Trying to get comfy was out of the question. I had to then get some like tight pants to try and take the weight, so it wasn't pulling on my stomach. How
heavy do you think your cock and balls were?
I would have put them at, I wish I'd weighed them, but I would have said easy 4 kilo, or probably even 5. Like, there was weight there, Ken. Like, fucking, there was weight. It could have been over 5. In my head, if I held a 5 kilo plate now, that would have felt lighter than me having to shift my cock and balls out the way. Yeah. So I've phoned the hospital being like, when should I start getting concerned about this? They're like, the fact you're asking, we'll get you in for a look. So I'm like, right. So I'm in, I'm like, here. And she's like, that's fine.
Did she say, I've seen bigger?
Aye. She's like, that's not the worst I've seen. I'm like, holy fuck. She's like, that's normal. That'll go away. And obviously I'm not even 2 weeks now. And we're nearly back to normal. We're nearly comfortable again.
Very good.
It gets a wee bit sore still, but.
So your cock and balls went black. So you were effectively a one-man interracial setup.
Yes.
You were white and black, all in the same body.
I sent you a picture.
They were black. I was like, he's fucking went to some tribe and got the black paint.
It was literally white.
You know that paint
black.
that they use in the rituals or the dancing?
Yeah.
That's fucking paint.
Yeah.
And
now it's making its way down the inside of my thighs instead. It's coming off my balls.
It didn't look like bruising black. It looked black.
No, it looked black.
It was like black blood.
Yeah.
You know, if you had like a blister.
Aye, it was like that. It was the darkest purple it could get before it turns black.
Dark purple is a good explanation.
It's like a midnight sky, but on my balls. And that's what I says to the nurse this morning when I was in, because I had a bit of a bleed last night out my stomach wound. And again, just before we came on the podcast, I thought I was going to have to cancel it, but...
I was there to give you
loads of solid advice.
Sympathy as well.
I'm like, fuck it, we'll just take baby wipes and a dressing in case I start bleeding all on myself. We'll patch it in.
Some extra dressings.
And he got me a packet of fanny pads out of Lidl just to solidify the moment.
So on the way over, I mean, it's like bros have got to be there for each other. And I thought, well, what do you get somebody that's bleeding from their hemmed up wound, and the natural instinct is that you go and get a sanitary towel.
Sanitary towel.
For you go and pop on. I'd have got an XL because you're a big boy. So
this is it, mate. You've
got good coverage.
Real men need an X in front of the letter.
This is raw masculine encouragement.
It's like, I'll take you to hospital, but you're going to get it all the way there.
You're going to get it tight. Like, even if the machines beep, you're going to get it tight.
Right up until it flatlines.
You are not going anywhere. Like, you're going to remain here.
That's it. You're going to listen and you're going to take this fucking abuse.
You're going to take the abuse all the way there. And we're going to hit you with adrenaline and get the defibrillator out if you think about leaving early. Well, you're going nowhere. And this isn't done.
It was so I'm back in tomorrow night to get my chest aspirated again. So I got it done on...
Tell people what a chest aspiration.
Well, that's just what I'm going to go into here. So on the Friday, I went and got my chest aspirated. So because I've had the glands removed, there's a void now, and I'm all strapped in. I've got a full compression vest and a bind around my stomach to keep the pressure on to stop the fluid building up in the void while it settles. So what they did was they got me in. When I got my dressings off, she's like, there's a bit of fluid there, so we'll get you in tomorrow and one of the surgeons will aspirate you. And I'm like, right, sound. So when he's came and he's like, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this needle through your stitches and I'm going to draw the fluid out. And I'm like, right, sound. He's like, you shouldn't feel it. I'm like, shouldn't or won't, because there's a variable here, and one of them I'm going to be fine with and one of them I'm not going to be fine with. He's like, shouldn't. Well, they've cut through your nerves, so in theory, because it's not healed yet, the nerve should still be severed. I'm like, sound. Okay.
That still sounds like a should to me.
Yeah, it was still a should. And he's done it, and he's like, any pain? I'm like, I can't feel a thing. So he's just needle through my stitch in, just drew 30 mil out one side and 10 mil out the other side. And he's like, if it fills back up, let me know and we'll do it again on Tuesday. So I'm back in tomorrow. It's not went as bad, but it has filled up a wee bit. So go in tomorrow, and because I've had that bleeding on my stomach, they're going to have a feel, and if they can aspirate any fluid out the stomach, they'll do that as well. And
is it just the bleeding that's concerning you? I take it there's no discomfort or anything?
No, I have had no pain, lad. Right. None. This is, honestly, like, I thought, when the anaesthetic wore off, the general, I thought I was going to be in a load of pain. And they've been like, there's some paracetamol, so just take that. And I'm like, really? And you're lucky if I've took half a pack. Yeah. And it was just as a precaution initially, and then I'm like, I am in no pain. Like nothing is sore. It's been a doddle. I'm like the bruising below my waist has been worse than anything the surgeon's done to me. Like, right. It's been a fucking doddle.
And what was the idea behind getting this done?
So obviously going forward, like, we didn't know what was gonna. So initially, obviously, it was just weight loss, just to be healthier, be fitter. I wanted to get fit for 40, and that's now. The chassis that has been underneath all the fat is very good. So now we've ended up taking it a step further, and now my plan is to go on stage in 2026 and compete in first timers. So we're going to spend 2025, after this is recovered, just going to pack as much muscle on my frame as physically possible in the 365 days. Actually, depending on what show we do, I might actually get a wee bit longer than a year of building, and then I'm going to go and dominate first timers. I'm going to win.
About time you started putting muscle back on.
Oh, aye.
I've been telling you this for a long time.
And even on the coming down, like, I put a video up the other day, just before the surgery, just having a wee flex in the mirror. And I'm like, for a guy that's only on 2,000 calories, there's some foundation there. Like, you know what I mean? Most folk wouldn't say that dude's on 2,000 calories.
It's amazing to see what's been lying underneath, because I'd said to you that I could see it when I first met you. I'm like, there's something freaky about this guy.
Genetically, I've been gifted slightly, like, for sure.
Not even slightly.
I was just trying to be modest.
Your modesty's out the window. And it was a case of, like, there's something, and that was why when you were, fat, and then you went back to, like, skinny, and I'm like, nah, I know.
It's my mum giving me shit. She's like, right, that's enough. You're getting too thin. It's like, Mum, I'm 19.5 stone at 10% body fat. Give me a break here. I'm not going to fucking waste away anytime soon.
She knows that you're supposed to be bigger than that.
But at no point when I was a fat cunt did she say, right, stop eating now. But now that I'm fucking shredded, standing there with a six pack, fucking looking good, she's like, right, that's enough. Right. You're wasting away at 19.5 stone. I'd hardly call that wasting away, mother.
How much weight have you dropped? What was your...
I think it was just shy of 7 stone of fat.
And how long did it take you to get it off?
Over a year, but not quite 18 months.
Do you think that if you'd done it over a longer period of time, you wouldn't have had as much issues with the stretch marks?
No, because I didn't have anything hanging. It was just a case that I would have got really fucking annoyed if I'd have pushed for a year and grown, and then we dropped all the weight. And because obviously, if we go on stage, I'll be a lot lower than 10%. And if that didn't tighten up how I wanted it to tighten up, I'd have been really fucking annoyed, and I'd have wasted a year. I was going under the knife anyway. Yeah. let's clip that wee bit off, just as a kind of playing devil's advocate, if you like. I'm getting done anyway. But I'd hate to have done that and then had to have done it further down the road and knocked myself back even further. So I thought, fuck it, 2 birds, 1 stone. The surgeon was happy to do it. He ended up taking a hell of a lot more off than what I expected him to.
What's your stomach?
Yeah. When he drew it on, it was just this wee bit in the middle, and then when I've seen what he took off me, he'd obviously been like, yeah, sod it. Let's just do him good and proper, and then fucking pulled me right tight. So I think when it all settles down, I'll be very happy at the midsection. I won't have any issues tightening up going forward, like no danger.
And when did your goal change? Because it was initially just to get fit. So when did you switch?
I didn't think the shape I ended up in. I don't think it ever entered my head as a shape that would have been achievable for me, considering how fat I was. Like at no point did I think I would have ended up looking like I did a week out from my surgery. You know what I mean?
You never thought you'd have got there.
I didn't think I would have been like, because of how fat I was. I don't think a 6-pack was on my cards. Because how fat I was a fucking blimp. I didn't think I would ever have been able to pull in like that. I thought I'd have ended up with like a big fucking, like a big apron overhang or whatever.
Right.
Because I had a fucking gut on me, do you know what I mean? I didn't expect it to just go flat and tighten right in. I didn't expect that at all. I thought I'd have had like a big hangy bit in that, but I didn't, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you were that big that you know that my 600-pound life.
No, not that big, but I was still a fat cunt, lad. So I didn't, because even at the start of the journey, when Ryan was like, "Nah, your sides will pull in, no bother," I'm like, "Will they?" Ken, I've got these big fucking colossal muffin tops. Are they fuck pulling in? I'm just like, he's just trying to be nice to me. He just wants a fucking client. Huh? but it did. The back pulled in, the sides pulled in, the front fucking abs in.
When did you think, oh, this is worth having a go then at bodybuilding? Getting on stage?
Well, even like obviously technically now, yes, I should probably be able to class myself as a bodybuilder. But until this settles down, it might still not be the case.
No, I don't mean class yourself as a bodybuilder. What I mean is so it sounded like when you started you were look, I'm way out of shape. I don't think I'm going to get a 6-pack. I don't think this is going to tighten up. I want to get healthy, and I'll see what the damage is. And then you've started the process and been quite surprised by the results because you've tightened in, you've got rid of the muffin top, you can see your abs coming through, and you've actually started to see the shape that was underneath. Yeah. At some point along that line, you must have went, do you know what? I could maybe go and get on stage and
I obviously train at Flex Unit with a lot of competitive bodybuilders, and you're starting to kind of see where you quite slot in between. And it's just like right now, I've came in and I'm bigger than a lot of these guys that are competing. Not at the top end.
You mean not just in terms of height, but you mean muscularly?
Muscularly as well, yeah. You know what I mean? And I've barely been on, like right now calorifically it's under 2,000. And on the way down, like we've never fed me. We've never seen what can happen. And I've still ended up being more muscularly than a lot of these guys that are hammering it. And can folk coming up to me and saying, like, the fucking shape of you, lad. What are you eating? I'm like, fucking air and dust and a bit of chicken. Okay, what I mean? So it's like, if this is what I can achieve without even putting the foot down, then what's going to happen if we put the foot down?
And so when has it been a case of you've went in, you've seen where you fit in terms of the shape and muscular size, and you think, that might be worth having a wee crack?
Well, I've grew up on Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren, Van Damme, Sly Stallone. You know, that to me is what a man should look like, and I'm now in a position where I can, so why would I not? It seems like a wasted opportunity for me not to do it, in my opinion.
How did you forget that when you were on your Sherman Clump Nutty Professor gain train?
Big fucking
you must have changed the CD.
From Clump to Buddy Love.
You put in a new DVD there where you went, oh look, I must have forgot Rocky 3, Rocky 4 I can't find. Oh, what's this?
Obviously
Professor.
You're on your way down, and I stayed hooded up in the gym for quite a while. And it wasn't until I went on holiday to Greece in May, and I trained in a vest, and actually looked at myself in the mirror and put up a picture and stuff, and folk were like, holy fuck, is that what's been under that hoodie? Yeah. And then in the gym, and folk were like, you should fucking go for it, lad. I think you should. Like, imagine you on first timers. Can you fucking smash it? You'll fucking, and I'm like, imagine putting a year of growing in on top of what I've already got, and then doing first timers.
What do you? So when like, what was the vision then? What did you start to think? You thought, well, this looks like it's going to be worth a shot. Like, what did you?
I think I can double in size in a year, muscularly. I think I can do that. I think I've got the genetic ability to do that.
That'd be mega. That'd be pretty cool.
I think I could probably, in a year, I think I could probably be stage ready around the 130 kilo mark, if not above that.
That's big.
That is big.
That's big.
Because obviously, lean at this point right now, without an actual influx of proper PED course and proper calories, I'm lean at 122 kilos. So 8 kilos, it's not out the realms of possibilities, you know what I mean? I think it's doable.
What would you, do you think it's one and done for you? Do you think you would see how you go?
Well, that's what I says to Ryan. I was like, it'd be cool if we could just dominate and then retire undefeated. He's like, or get your head down, smash it, do it again the year after and the year after that and see where you can go with it. I'm like, or that. But initially, let's see what happens. If I don't win first timers, I'm done.
Is that how?
Well, I'm winning. If I don't win, I'm done. Not done with the training and that, but I'm fuck that. If I put in a graph for over a year and I don't win, fuck it. Laugh it.
So you've put the graft in, you've grew, you've doubled in size, you've got lean,
Aye.
and you don't win.
The journey will be great. The journey will be good. Obviously, I've started this sort of lifestyle page.
So tell me about the lifestyle page. What was your idea? What was your idea behind it? Because I think some people have heard that, you're setting up a page. It was sort of split from the tattoo page.
Aye.
Tell us how it came about. Like, what was the idea behind the lifestyle page?
Well, obviously, since my transformation journey, whatever you want to call it, it's managed to inspire a lot of people to get up off their arse. And I get messages every day, oh mate, you're looking great, you've gave me the fucking inspiration to do it. I'm kind of like yourself, I've let myself go, I got really fat, I thought the fucking game was fucked, I've seen you smash it, so the game isn't fucked, you've gave me that. And I've got every day folk are mailing me being like, you've helped me, you've inspired me, or even mailing me just asking me for advice and whatever. So I thought, right, well let's use this momentum and see where it can go. And then I'm doing it all anyway. I'm meal prepping every day. Obviously not at the minute because I'm recovering, but training, let's just vlog it. Let's just put it all out there for folk to follow. If they're interested, they're interested. If they're not, they're not. And it worked out really well for Sam Sulek, just documenting his daily life in the gym, voicing his opinions, what he's doing, whether people agree with it or not. So I'm just going to put everything out there, everything on the table, what I'm doing, supplement-wise, PEDs, diet, training, the lot, calories through phase to phase. Just going to put everything out there. And if it inspires people and it helps people, awesome. You know what I mean? Even if folk aren't asked for it and it's just good content to watch, me just doing my thing, waffling my mouth, putting my opinions out there, fuck it.
Where are you putting the stuff up?
I've got the lifestyle page on Instagram, and then I've started the YouTube channel, and that's as far as I've got so far. And I need to start navigating the traffic to the YouTube channel and trying to put clips up. But at the minute, obviously, I've voiced what my plan is. I've then had surgery. So right now...
Where did Sulek get big?
Just by documenting what he was doing.
What platform?
I'm going to say YouTube because his Instagram's pretty empty.
Is it?
It's pretty empty. He's got 5.9 million followers on it, but there's only about 6 or 7 posts. So I don't know if he used that initially, and then because his YouTube's done so well now, he's just scaled down Instagram, because obviously he's going to make more money off YouTube than he will off Instagram. So, and I think he's got 3.67 million followers on his YouTube channel now, and he's hitting daily. Can you post a video and within 24 hours he's got 180, 200,000 views on it.
What's the videos about?
It's just, he'll drive to the gym, have a wee chat about what he's doing, or if he's talking, if he's got, and not necessarily gym stuff, just he'll chat shit when he's driving to the gym, he'll record his training session, done. And then on his rest days, he'll chat about, whatever he's doing. He's just literally vlogging his daily life. And then folk will criticise him for the way he trains or his extreme diet plans.
People criticise anything. Yeah. Absolutely anything.
But now this week, obviously, the Olympia's just been happening, and he's over there training with with Wesley and Ures and fucking Michaels, and Kenny's training with the top 3 boys that just won at the Olympias. Because his plan is now to go at stage as well.
He's not an old guy, is he?
Nah, he's in his, I'm sure, early to mid-20s. He's not old at all.
Fair play to him.
He's got some genetics on him, like.
Really?
Yeah. He's looking good. He's looking really good.
It seems. I mean, I'm amazed at like how. I mean, you'll be similar to me, but you've seen bodybuilding over the years, and it was such a fringe thing, and now it's proper mainstream.
Massive.
Absolutely incredible how it's exploded over the.
You see the difference in payout between Sebum and Dowda?
Yeah.
So Sebum won, and Dowda won, and I think Sebum got 100,000, Dowda got 600,000. And I do think, obviously...
This is my point, Mikey, and I've told you this over and over and over again. See, when you were on your skinny path, people pay money
to see the freaks.
This is freaky dudes.
This is it.
Like, Sebum is in incredible shape. He's like in terms of physique, that guy is phenomenally gifted.
Yeah.
If you put him next to Dowda, and you go, "What the fuck is that guy? Like, what is this? What is this apparition that we've seen?" Because Sebum looks like a 50s kind of, you know, aesthetic
kind of Ed Corney banter,
that sort of LA, you know, Californian fucking handsome dude, you know, the tash and the great proportions, and you go, oh, he looks good. Dowda looks like he's came from another fucking planet.
It's so big.
You go, how have you got that much muscle in that frame?
His wife trains him to, apparently. It's his missus that's done it to him.
Did you see the video? He was 4 days out for the Olympia, and it's like he's just literally dropped the kegs.
Did you see the photo of him from like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
When he's a beanpole.
In fact, I tell you where I seen it. I seen him and Terry Hollands put a picture up. Terry Hollands put a picture up, and Dowda just looked like a lanky, sort of, you know, black dude in the posing trunks.
He has hammered it.
You cannot believe the size this guy's put on, and he seems like he's got a really good way about him.
Yeah.
Listen, I think, you know what? See, you know, there's a lot of controversy around bodybuilding because it's highly subjective, and that you see these guys and somebody gets the win over somebody else, and it's just part of the sport.
Yeah.
Because inevitably, what's going to happen is there's going to be some decisions behind the scene about marketability.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you've got an industry and you're putting somebody on the face of that as the number one athlete,
there's going to be a little bit of politics in sport.
You're going to have that element of how marketable is this guy. And a famous example of that's similar to bodybuilding is like wrestling.
Yeah,
Really,
absolutely.
really good athletes, but at the end of the day, it's ticket sales and merch sales and that sort of thing. They're going to put the guy on top that's got the belt, that's going to generate the most revenue.
There was always that rumour back in the day that's why Lou Ferrigno never got hanged, because of his speech impediment, because of his partial deafness. And obviously they didn't understand it back then, that's all it was. They're just like, oh, you might be a bit slow, we're not going to make him the face of the industry. When he was the biggest thing on stage at that point, he fucking swallowed Arnie's size. He was fucking huge.
He was enormous. What height was he? 6'5"?
I think he was slightly bigger than that. I think you might be right, but I think he might have been
huge,
so big. And he was like 280 pounds at the South African Olympia. Well, not the Olympia.
He was even heavier when he came back in the 90s. He came back in the 90s. He was over 330 pounds on stage.
Huge.
What a freak of nature that guy was.
So big.
But I mean, this is what I mean about the difference in pay, because, you know, it's great that you've got the classic physique.
I didn't think there would have been that much of a pay difference though between fair enough, the guys in the fucking swimming shorts and that, but like obviously you've got the classic and the open, and they're the two top. Yeah, I thought there would have been a similar.
I'm sure I've heard Dale talking about it, that there was a bit of dispersion about, you know, classic is actually the main focus point now, because people are going towards it because it's more attainable.
It's easier.
There's more eyes in it and that kind of thing. And I'm like, really?
I think if you're going,
you go and see the guys. There was I can't remember the name of the guy that was sort of came out the blue and gave Sebum a run for his money, but they were in phenomenal shape.
When was this?
The Olympia just passed.
The guy that came out of nowhere. And he was like a relatively unknown dude, and he came up and he just was like, where did this I don't know who that could have been.
I don't know. I don't even remember his name.
Because the top 10, you knew them, like, Ken.
Well, I don't know if he'd made a big leap, but the article that I read was that this guy came out and nobody had him on the radar.
Okay. I thought Wesley would have done better than he did. I was surprised that.
And he's got a good look about him.
He looks like Arnie.
It does. He's got that Arnie look.
But I think compared to Sebum, his quads are slightly on the smaller side.
Sebum's just so dialed
But
in.
again, if you're focusing your body on the original classic physique, which was Arnie in that, Arnie never had huge quads. He had the vacuum, he had the big chest, the big back,
big arm, big arms.
And he can pretty much replicate every single one of Arnie's poses. And if you've seen a photo, or you had a time machine or whatever, you could probably look at that stage and be like, fuck, Arnie's back. Because even facially, he's not a million miles away, you know what I mean?
But that's the thing, like, I think classic suits these guys that are slightly taller, like Arnie was.
I was surprised at how much taller Wesley was than the other boys. I didn't realise he was as big as he is.
That's the thing is like you look at that sweet spot of Mr. Olympia is like 5'7" to 5'11".
Yeah, but now Dowda's blew that out.
What height's Dowda?
He's just over 6 foot.
So he's not.
You see this? Well, obviously he was next to Hadi, and Hadi's not a tall man.
I mean, but that's the thing is that if you can, I mean, what was he, 140 kilos? That's wild. But this is how big.
Do you see it? He was squatting. He was squatting 6 plates a week out for Olympia.
Crazy.
Like
you just look at the muscle mass and you go, no wonder.
The Persian wolf is in some fucking shape. Like you just look at it and his muscles have muscles. Like I think he's more densely muscular than Dowda was.
Who?
Hadi.
He looked in better condition.
It's fucking just
his conditioning was awesome.
But the size Samson brought,
but just
the depth. And
Dorian says this. Dorian says this. He's like, he competed with shorter guys, and he says you look at them on stage and they're phenomenal. He says you put them up on a stage and they do their posing routine, and you're blown away by how good they look. He says, but if you take a guy that's bigger and he's just
give him the same conditioning,
like all things being equal, people are going to be drawn to the bigger guy. And I think that was what Dowda had, he was just so much more muscular looking. The guys were all big, they were all broad, they were all
even seeing him outside his gym, just in sunlight, no tan on, just a bit of sweat, and you're just like, fuck me, look at the size of you, lad.
I tell you what, I didn't notice about the lights at the Olympia. I don't know what was the deal with the lighting, but the black dudes were struggling to get the definition to show on them. I don't know if it was the live stream. Maybe something to do with the
live stream was a bit, because I was watching the live stream and it was a bit hit or a miss at points.
But it was more like it was the darker guys that were the light wasn't bright enough to show off the definition, and you could. But
even when you look at some of the even the white dudes like Sebum and that's the lightest his tan's ever been. Yeah. He just looked like he'd been to the beach. Didn't look like he'd been. And in previous years, he was dream tanned up. He was super dark. But this year his tan, because I've seen a comparison over the past 6 years. And he just looked like he had a beach tan this year compared to his previous tan setup.
What's that?
And I don't know if there was, because obviously sometimes the federations change their view on what tan you're allowed to use and whatnot.
Well, Adam was saying that he says that they frown upon. He uses the dream tan, and it's to cover up the tattoos.
But two bros don't like it. He's like, PCA are fine with it, but two bros don't like it. They don't let you use
it.
They
don't like the tan. I was like, why not? It's the fucking whole, like the arenas were covered.
But like he says, he's like, they can do it and he doesn't leave a mark nowhere. He's like, it's just folk being cunts, just being messy bastards and no any respect.
Like the federation are the ones that get the bill for the arena.
Yeah, the arenas, aye.
Who do you repaint this whole place?
Because the tattoo shows are the same. You'll have the organisers go around, the boys that fit the booths, and they'll tell you, don't use any fucking duct tape on these. Because when you strip off, it pulls the white lining off the back panels. They're going to tell you, don't put fucking tape on this.
Well, why would they duct tape it?
Because loads of guys will use duct tape to put their banners up and shit. Right. But when you put the banner down, it strips the lamination off the backboard. And then obviously the fucking...
So what do you put them up with?
Clips. Okay, or hooks, and you don't leave them any marks, You'll have folk that'll come in and they'll fucking duct tape everywhere, and then that panel's fucked. Yeah. And it's a show that gets billed for it,
And that's what people don't realise, they just don't give a shit.
Aye. So you'd be annoyed if you've put a bodybuilding show on and then you lose all your profit because you've got to replace every panel in the fucking toilet because there's now brown fucking mastic stuck everywhere. You'd be like, that's all that profit gone. If I had to refit the bathrooms.
That's murder.
That's
the thing. The arenas are not going to... not going to take any prisoners, and it's like you need to have a good relationship with these places, because if you don't, where are you going to hold your show? And you're between a rock and a hard place at that point.
This is it.
I'll go for a pass.
I've seen a lot of the, Kamala's doing well. She had 2,000 turn up to a rally. And Trump was talking about it. He's like, I had 107,000 at my last rally. But nobody's saying anything about that.
Did you see the...
See him at McDonald's.
Did you see the... Oh, aye, that was funny. Have you seen some of the memes?
Nah, I've not came across any memes yet. I've just seen the actual videos of him doing it.
Did you see, there's one where he's in... Trump's in McDonald's with the apron on.
Yeah.
And he's holding the fries, and inside the fries isn't McDonald's chips, but little caricatures of the screaming Karen and he's passing them out. Or Camilla's screaming, I need to speak to your manager, and then the side by side is Trump, the manager.
Actually, it's just like, I like this job. It's like, I would do this job.
So it's funny. Absolutely. Trump, the campaign at the minute, like, I've never ever seen the world as bonkers as this.
It's funny because the only people I've seen that came with, there's loads of folk going around like, who are you voting for, Trump or Kamala or whatever, and the only people that haven't said Trump are people that don't care. They're like, I couldn't care who wins.
And you can understand that point of view, because see, at this point now, with how far the perception of democracy is in,
that's fucked. It really doesn't matter.
People believe that there's a democratic vote, and there's loads of points of view on that, but I don't think there's ever been a more disjointed, less trustworthy, or less lower level of trust in political.
It's fucked globally.
Certainly in our lifetime. I'm sure there's been times in the past, fall of empires and so on. The fall of the Soviet Union. I'm sure there's been instances of that, but like, for instance, that hurricane that was in America and the disaster relief, they were working out, like, for instance, the US government was sending $3,500 to the people of Ukraine. They were sending $2,500 to Israel to fight the war, and the people in America were being offered $750 as a relief.
This is the thing, it's fucking bonkers.
Like, they said that FEMA is the response, the government organisation to respond to disasters. And Biden had allocated $1.2 million to of that funds that FEMA were getting, and allocated it to illegal immigrants, illegal aliens in America. And then they were basically saying that FEMA didn't have enough money to do disaster relief. So all the people that had paid nothing in the American system, $1.2 billion allocated to them, also in the Ukraine war, also in Israel, and the people in America that contributed to the whole system were still doing it. They were not giving them any money. And there was a picture of Kamala Harris with a Hermes belt, and it says, your belt is actually worth more than what you're offering the American people as a disaster relief. And they went on to say, do you know what wasn't useful in the middle of a hurricane? Electric vehicles, electric devices, your government, basically all the things that they're trying to push. It says, guess what actually helped? Rednecks, quad bikes, diesel trucks, generators.
Yep.
All these things. And he says neighbours, like, people coming together.
Where got hit the worst?
There was a play. I'm sure it was.
Because when all this happened last week, I was at the game.
I'll tell you just now.
I kind of few folk got trapped in America waiting on the hurricane coming. Kind of folk that were on holiday and whatnot. But
there was a hurricane. The hurricane was in. It was a weird one. They were like, I don't know how it's went that extreme. So there was some talk about the heart technology was because it was something like the pressure system that was at the start. They'd never seen something get to the level that they got to with the level of pressure it was at.
Oh, really?
It was like this thing went exponentially more powerful
than what was predicted.
What was predicted.
What did it end up at? Do you know?
Oh, it was off the chart. I mean, it was category 5. I'm sure it was definitely approaching category 5. Let's see if I can get it up. Hurricane.
Nah, because that hit when I was round useless the other week. It's so frequent over there as well.
It's a fucking black hole, signal black hole in here.
I've got a mate in Miami, and on their apartment there's like hurricane windows, if you like, and like you can see the fucking wind outside, like fucking 700 million miles an hour, and he opens the door and you can fucking hear it, and then he shuts it and you can't hear a fucking thing, nothing. He's like,
how does it work?
It must be like fucking quadruple fucking panel fucking windows, but you cannot hear anything. It's fucking silent, lad. It's wild. And you can stand there with the door just swinging open and closed, and it's just like turning a fucking stereo on and off. I'm like, there's some fucking windies, lad. I can still hear the fucking main road for the other end of my fucking streets through my double fucking glazing shite.
Right, so FEMA disaster, the classic American tale of hurricanes and the subsequent dance of bureaucratic inefficiencies, this time featuring FEMA, which seems like less like a starring role. Here's a run of the dash of humour, because let's face it, if we don't laugh, we'll cry. The funding fandango. FEMA, according to recent chit-chatter on the digital grapevine known as X, seems to have found itself in a bit of a financial pickle, claiming not to have enough dough to make it through hurricane season. Wow. This led to Homeland Security, the Homeland Security Secretary, Madicross, doing a PR equivalent of a rain dance, trying to assure everyone that they've got just enough money for now, but surprise might need a bit more later on. Critics naturally pointed out the irony of the funds being diverted to other crises like the migrant situation, leaving FEMA's wallet looking like it'd been through a hurricane itself. Criticism in the chaos. And what could have been a plot from a tragic comedy, FEMA's response to the Hurricane Helena was described in terms of ranging from not great to an outright failure. There's talk of leadership issues, staffing shortages, and the general sense that the hurricane keeps the general sense that while the hurricanes keep to schedule, FEMA's response does not. Social media, ever the stage for the drama, has been alight with posts demanding detailing FEMA's missteps, including the agency's head complaining about dangerous narratives, while metaphorically speaking, Rome, or not in this case part of America, burns rather than floods. Political football. In true American fashion, this has all became a political football. Critics have seized the moment to highlight the Biden-Harris administration's perceived missteps, with FEMA's focus being questioned, while some officials are shopping for designer clothes. As per the less charitable posts on X, hurricane victims are left with wondering if help will come, or will it be the next gust of wind. So it was just a complete fuck-up from start to finish.
New Orleans is still fucked after Katrina.
You go, that
was so long ago now.
How?
Because the insurance company shafted them, the government shafted them, and cunts were just left with fuck all.
It's madness.
And it's just like, so why were they expecting this to be any fucking different?
What do you think about it? Do you think it's people just believe that
I think it's just a classic story of your government just not giving a fuck. And insurance companies being like, well, we can get out of this because of this little fucking technicality, so we're doing it.
Yeah, you never dotted that I, so your claim's null and void.
See, if the wind was blowing for the other direction, you'd have been fine, but because it came for the east, you're no covered. Bollocks like that.
We only cover hurricanes from the west. We don't.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a different policy needed.
And it's just, and this is the problem with most insurances. A lot of them now, they list, if this happens in this way, you're fine. But if it doesn't, you're not covered. Pet insurance is one of the biggest fuck-ups. Ken, my dog's broke its leg. Aye, but did it break its leg on a swing? Because if it didn't, we're no covering you. Well, it wasn't on a swing, mate, because it's a fucking dog. And this is the problem you've got now. And these insurance guys, especially in America, Ken, because they've got no legs to stand on, the American people, half the time. The Constitution and the things they've got going, Ken, it's worse than what we've got. Hell of a lot worse.
Nice. I mean, that's the thing, is
the system's fucked.
I get what people go through when they're just completely they feel duped. They feel duped.
Just let down. Had the country clean at you.
Good way of putting it, because they believed that they were paying into something, that were part of something, that they belonged to something, and this organisation was going to do the right thing, and then at every point it's just a sequence of letdowns to the point where you just feel totally frustrated with the whole thing.
In insurance, you should feel assured, but you're not.
Even if you look at, like, for instance, it seems to be that the price of everything is going up.
Yeah.
and the level of service security
It's going down.
has gone down
Massively. Yeah.
So you know, so at some point that rubber band's got to snap because people are going to stop buying into it.
But like we've had the conversations many a time, what do you use instead? Because there is no alternative.
It's true.
There isn't. This is, you know, the one phone providers, the one internet providers, the one insurance providers, all piggybacked off one main system on each one that you can only fucking use.
This is
because there's no alternative.
I think in America we're seeing that split forming, that crack is forming, because what you've got is a political party that's in power that are hell bent on sending the national debt into parabolic territory and bringing as many people into the country to essentially get, you know, votes to make sure that they're kept in power, and have got involved in 2 wars. And then you've got a whole team of people that you would have never put this motley crew of Elon Musk, Vance, RFK Jr., Trump in the same melting pot. You would have gone, no, they've got too many different ideologies. It's got to the point where it's that bad that these guys have went, right,
we've got some common ground here.
We need to do something about this. And that's a sign of what's going to happen, because like this whole agenda that's been pushed is unraveling really fast. This whole digital technocracy is unraveling so quickly that people are going, no, we're not buying into this. And it's just unraveling at a breakneck speed, to the point that the momentum is shifting the other way. But like most things, you know, it's always a little later than you'd have liked it to have started, but there's definitely signs that it's beginning now and the tide's starting to turn. And now you can just see that race, because the race now is they will do anything. That other side, that their agenda's unraveling. When everything starts to unravel, you become desperate.
Yeah.
And that's when you see, like, there was a post that I seen today, and it's like, in Scotland they've got 24 different genders. The SNP party recognises 24 different genders. And it's like, this is an example of what really is going on with these people that are in power. Like, what are you doing, man?
I was watching one of the leaders in one of the Arab countries, and it's like, the problem you've got in Europe and Britain is the leaders are too scared of the comeback to saying no, that it's just going to keep going, and before you know it, it's fucked, and you're not going to be able to save it, because you've said yes far too many times. You're scared of being called racist, you're scared of being called transphobic, you're scared of being called whatever it is that you're too scared to be called one of these words, that you're just saying yes.
Yep. And
it's going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to pull this back, and the game's going to be done.
Try and please everybody, you please nobody.
Yeah, and this is where we're at.
You've got to stake, like, you've got to put your stake in the ground. If you have a country and you agree to a set of principles in that country, everyone that's within that country that's, you know, a citizen says this is what we agree upon.
Yeah.
They principles can't be changed, and that's what you're seeing in America, because what they've got is they've got the Constitution, and they're starting to try and remove elements of the Constitution.
Are they?
Well, they're trying to remove the right to bear arms. They've
done that in some states.
So the right to bear arms, the right to free speech.
Yeah.
So they're talking about censorship, disinformation. Let me tell you something. See, somebody's using the word disinformation, they're probably the source of disinformation. And that's a good rule of thumb. And it's these things where you see it and you go, right, before it's went so long, as you said there, without the fight.
Yeah.
And now the fight's coming at them. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, because it's fucked. It's too late now. Too late.
Well, I don't know if it's too.
It's too late to correct without an issue now.
It's going to come to a head.
Because it's just been like, well, you've said yes to those 40 things, so how come mine's is a no now? Ken, you needed to start saying no a lot earlier.
What happens if you get the yes? They keep saying yes. And what happens is they collect a group, a strata of the population that like this ideology.
Yeah, but it's 1%.
Yeah, but
I don't get
the 1% have got the loudest voice.
But I don't. How?
Because they're getting the media attention.
Well, yeah, pointed to it. And this is
then you have the whole wave of the other population. The majority of people going, look, this is backwards.
Yeah.
You know, we believe in family. We believe in.
I don't get the
husband and wife.
mindset.
We believe in like a heterosexual couple having families and having a great life. And if they want to believe in religion, they should be able to do it. You see the guy that got jailed for the thought crime?
What?
Got charged with a thought crime.
What the fuck is a thought crime?
Thought crime. So he said a prayer outside an abortion clinic in his head and was charged with a thought crime at Leeds Crown Court. The first thought crime in the United Kingdom had taken place.
How I can't. What? So, who's decided he's had this thought?
Well,
for starts, who's decided that you thought this? You're like, right. So you're now what, getting a £1,000 fine for thinking something?
It is. Well, not even. It was custodial sentence.
They jailed him.
I don't know if he was jailed, but they were talking about jailing him
for thinking something.
I'll get you the info. Stand by.
Well, who is this guy? Is he like a Raj fucking extremist or
army veteran, served in the military, religious, serves his community, and was
what religion?
He's Christian.
I don't get the mindset of putting out the 99% for the 1%. I've never understood that game plan. I think it is very counterproductive. Surely it's easier telling the 1% to shut up than it is telling 99% to shut up. If you get what I mean. It's just we'll put everybody out for the smallest group.
Let me get this guy's details because I'd posted it up. I could not believe it.
What's happening to the country if you can be done for thinking?
British courts have found Adam guilty of praying to God silently in his mind for 3 minutes in an abortion buffer zone. This is the first known conviction of a thought crime in modern British history. So, army vet convicted of praying silently near an abortion facility. The
fact there's something, the fact that that they've combined words and came up with a thought crime. And that's like Minority Report, Ken. They were arresting folk for committing murder before they'd committed murder because they thought about committing murder or something like that. You see that film back in the day? Minority Report.
Aye.
So that's essentially what it is, eh?
Well, it's based on George Orwell's 1984. That was the whole thing. You had the thought police, that you had digital surveillance. This book was written in 1948, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a look into the future. And Orwell wrote that you had a TV that would monitor you, and you had cameras all around the city, and there was 3 essentially world states. And the state wanted to have everyone thinking a certain way, and if you said anything against the state, or if you thought anything against the state, you were put in a prison camp.
That's like almost Equilibrium. You mind that movie?
Aye.
Well, surely we just need to go back to just the good old foundations. Right and wrong, these are the core laws in place. You know. Why was he praying outside an abortion clinic? It was like a protest or something.
Andy, whose information appears in to be Adam Smith Connor, found himself entangled in the legal system, not for actions, but for what he was thinking or praying about silently near an abortion clinic in Bournemouth. Here's the gist. The incident, Andy, an army veteran who served in Afghanistan, was charged and convicted for silently praying in a buffer zone around an abortion clinic.
What's a buffer zone?
The zone was established under the Public Spaces Protection Order, which prohibits various activities, including what could be interpreted as protests against abortion. Whether thoughts or actions, in this case a silent prayer, conviction hinges on the interpretation that his silent prayer constituted an act of disapproval regarding abortion, which was banned in these buffer zones. The court gave him a conditional discharge, meaning he'll face further sentencing only if he commits another offence within 2 years and is ordered to pay significant legal costs.
Right, so they've let him off and they chose to make an example of him.
Madness. Absolutely, it's madness. Crazy times.
That is mental.
Absolute craziness. So, I
don't know how
thought crime in the UK.
Oh, that's mental.
This is the world we're living in.
Absolutely mental.
This is what I mean. Is
I hadn't heard about that.
Mikey, it
Fucking thought crime.
boggles my mind. And you know, it's like, see all the stuff that I mean, we've been doing this for long enough. We come out, we find some information, we say this doesn't look right. You get the masses going, hey, you're nothing but a conspiracy theorist.
Then it happens.
A couple of, it used to be years, and then a month later, 2 months later, 3 months, 6 months later, it all comes out.
That's been generous, mate.
I know. It all comes out in the wash now. Oh yeah, that was right.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's bonkers.
I don't actually know anything that we've spoke about that's not been proven to come true.
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of one thing that's not actually happened at all.
Which is mad when you think about it. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
The stuff.
I came across, I don't know if it is it nihilism. Nihilism. Do you know what I'm on about? And it's when you can see clearly through the fucking fog, but no one else can. And I came across the term and looked into it. I'm like, I can do that. I can see exactly where the black and white lines are. And then, like you say, oh, it's a conspiracy. It's like, fucking isn't. And then it's when you go, like you fast forward something, oh, you heard this. I'm like, you told me I was a loon 6 months ago for bringing this to your fucking attention. And now you're coming to me with it as if it's fucking new.
Did you ever see the video I done on chemtrails?
Nah.
Oh, Mikey, this is hilarious.
Have you seen the flight pass of some of them just doing this? And folk like, nah, it's bollocks. I'm like, look at the fucking, you can watch the plane. What route's that?
Mikey, take a look at this.
I'm going to zigzag from Edinburgh to Glasgow. It's going to take 7 hours. Aye, sound, mate.
I'm going to screenshot this and we'll put it up on the video. Check that out.
Holy fuck. That's worse than the ones I'd seen.
Like, there's no reason a plane would fly like that.
Is that New York? And Long Island? Is that where that is?
Zoom in. I thought it was over the UK.
No, Yonkers. That's New York. It's Manhattan and everything. Union City, Bloomfield, Brunswick, right down to Atlantic City. Aye, that's America, mate. That's the East Coast. Aye, New Haven, because that's where my neighbour stays in New Haven in Connecticut. So
there's no reason.
That's Long Island and Manhattan.
No reason a plane would be flying like that.
Nah, no danger. No danger.
So
what you doing? Oh, I'm circling, waiting for a land and fucking stripped open.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And what folk need to realise, when you see that, they're all flying at the same time. That's live.
Do you know what's crazy about it? Is that you see people that say to yourself, that will say, oh yeah, it's this, it's that, it's nothing. And I've had people that have said, they've chemtrails are just contrails. I'm like, no, they're not. It's like you can tell the difference between them. Is like because a contrail disperses really, really quickly.
Chemtrail hangs about for fucking hours.
It literally greys out the skies. So I put into AI what is a chemtrail, and it came up with all the jargon about chemtrails as a conspiracy theory.
Have you asked fucking Gronk or Grosk or? Aye.
So it says it's basically the whole narrative that it's conspiracy theory. It's not founded on anything. There's lots of people that say that chemtrails are a thing, and it's garnered much attention because people are buying into this narrative and yada yada. Just they'll towing the party line side of things. I put into the same AI system. The next thing that I wrote was, what is geoengineering? Geoengineering is spraying particles in the air to block out the sun. And the whole methodology is and it goes and tells you the history.
You can't ask the direct question, but you can.
If you call it this, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
If you call it this, it's engineering and
it's all silver nitrate based shit they're pumping out in that, isn't it?
Nitrate. Silver nitrate goes in the sky, creates a cloud, blocks the sun.
Similar, did you see the guy asking Alexa who to vote for?
No.
He's like, why should I vote for Trump? Oh, we don't get involved in political discussions. Why should I vote for Kamala? Well, Kamala's then goes and bigged up Kamala to fuck, but shut down the Trump conversation straight away. It's like even Amazon's fucking in on it. Like,
well, this was the thing. I mean, did you see Elon Musk's interview with Tucker Carlson?
No. Is this a recent one?
Recent.
Okay.
Tucker was like, why did you
I used to think he was a twat. I quite like Tucker now. After the Vlad interview, I thought
fucking weird laugh, isn't he?
Yeah. He looks almost like he's a doll though, do you know what I mean? He looks fake.
He's got
I confused him and Charlie Kirk up for a while. I don't know how now, but I did for a bit.
It's good. He's just got and I think he's taking a brave step.
He's very 80s with his hair and his makeup and you know what I mean?
He's the original kind of American college anchor, you know, that's came out of school, the debating club.
He gives me like Frost vibes, kind of for Nixon v Frost. He's got the hair and that dark fucking makeup on.
I mean, the thing that Elon says is that there's what Elon was saying to them. He was basically saying to Elon, like, you're in the firing line because you've went all in on Trump. Like you now, like what is?
He's only in the firing line if Trump loses, though.
He's in the firing line if Trump loses, and what he was saying was like, what do you think the backlash is going to be?
I don't think he'll give a fuck.
Well, he's thinking, what Tucker was pointing at is that you've got government contracts and all this sort of stuff. And Elon went on to say, well, we don't actually, like, people think we get subsidies off the government. He says, what happens is the government puts out for contracts they bid on, and he goes on and lists how much SpaceX have wiped the floor with, like Boeing and the other aeroplane manufacturers that producing the stuff that SpaceX have knocked out the park, and he says they're just terrible at it. He says, so we get lots of contracts, but they're bid contracts. He says, because we can do it better, cheaper, smarter and faster than anybody else.
So they'll use them regardless.
But this is what he says. He goes on to say, he says, you know what you should think about, he says, is there's a lot of billionaires that are threatening to leave America if Trump gets in. And the reason that they're threatening to leave America is that when Trump gets in, he's putting that list, Epstein Islands list out. He says there's a lot of billionaires on that list that don't want that list to see the light of day.
I have seen that clip, because that's Elon said that, didn't he?
Elon says
Yeah, I've seen that clip, actually. I didn't realise it was with Tucker. I just seen Elon on his own saying that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
he's probably got a point, you know what I mean?
Strange times. It's fucking strange times, Mike.
I don't think anything will happen. Even if X, Y, and Z people, and I don't think anything.
Elon's a golden goose. They're not going to give him up.
No, but I don't mean with Elon. I think even if this list gets properly published, I don't think anything's going to happen. I think people don't. I don't think people care anymore. I think the Epstein thing's been and gone. I don't think anyone's going to give a shit.
Well, time will tell.
I don't think folk are arse now. I think it's had its 5 minutes, and then they've had the war. No one cares about the Ukraine war thing anyway, and that's blown past. The Diddy thing will blow over rapid. It's just because there's always another thing. I
don't think the Diddy thing will blow over rapid because there's that much baby oil everywhere. The baby oil is going to create a bit of a slip.
But do you know what I mean though? They just every week there's a new thing. Like, when was the last time you seen anything about Ukraine on the news?
I seen a meme where Zelensky...
No, not a meme, like an actual news.
Zelensky, which says, I made $40 billion working from home. Ask me how.
I like someone put a meme up and it was like, oh, The Rock's the highest paid actor this year with 180 million, and it's like Zelensky's like, no, it was me. I've got however many billion or whatever it was. But no, I've not actual news, papers or the telly. I've not seen nothing. I've not seen a bean.
The last thing I seen was
it was months ago.
North Korea were getting troops to go to prepare Russia. North Korea were sending troops to Russia to help. As if fucking Russia would need help. Just craziness.
I've not heard anything about anything for a long time. Even the social medias went quiet on it.
You know, there was something like, it's like we're in this day and age now where, you know, when you used to see something, you go, that is fucking bonkers. There's no way that's happening.
Yeah.
And now in this day and age, you go, you can't rule anything out.
No, nothing.
You just can't rule any of it
Nothing. It can be the most ridiculous thing in the world, and it's probably plausible. But like, I've not seen anything new about anything recently. Nothing. Like, when Jordan Peters was setting up a coalition party to take on the WEF.
Yep.
Well, I'm with that. Never seemed to amount to fuck all. They had all this traction, this guy and this guy were going to come, we're going to challenge, and nothing. So either they were told to shut their pussies and fuck off, or they bottled it, because I've never heard a bean. They're starting this big group and they're going to challenge us, and where he is. I just see him on still talk shows and podcasts. I've not seen him do a bean.
We'll need to look into it and find out for the next one.
Because, like, I've seen him and his missus. I think the last thing they did was interview Tommy Robinson. I think that's it. I've not seen him doing fuck all.
I've seen a clip about him saying that he was maybe going to be going to jail.
Well, he's coming back to the UK.
Where is he?
I think he was in Spain, because when he dropped that documentary thing, he obviously broke a court agreement if he'd aired any of it, so he posted it and fucked off. So this is his first coming back to the UK since posting that film on YouTube. So whether he makes it out the airport, who knows?
What was the documentary?
To do with...
Grooming gangs?
No. What was it again? I think it was to do with exposing a school. What was it? It got put on YouTube. It was like a movie documentary thing, and it was apparently exposing...
Banned documentary silenced.
Aye, and I think it's to do with schools, like head teachers being paid off, learning support staff, just like corruption in the schooling system to do with kids, and I can't even remember what it was.
54 million views it's had.
Has it?
Like,
boom. So, but it went to court because he took all the evidence to court. It all got shut down, and he got told, if you ever release this, you're going to jail. And he posted it and fucking done a runner. So he went to Spain because obviously they can't pull you back for Spain, not for stuff like that anyway. And so he's coming back for some protest or peaceful protest or no. Something's happening this month, October the something. There's a big get together for something or other in Britain. I don't know what it was. So he's coming back for that. Whether he's going to be, he's posted, I'm coming back for this. Whether I'll be there is another story. So I think he'll get huckled off as soon as he gets off the plane, because he was told by the British judicial system not to post that fucking movie, or you're going to jail.
You got to admire that he's got a bit of na-na about him.
Yeah.
You got to admire that.
He's like, I'm a journalist, so if I'm getting jailed for
it's freedom of speech. You put it out there, and you've got nothing to hide, and the justice system's got nothing to hide, and you've got nothing. There's no issue. When you're sitting telling me I can't do what my profession is, then you're now censoring something that you don't want to see the light of day.
And he's got a lot of people going behind it. Like I was because of what I'd seen on the media, I just thought he was a mad racist. I didn't ken there was more to everything. I just thought he had an issue with certain types of people. Until I looked further into it and realised there's actually a bit of... It's not so much the people or religion-based issues he has, it's what certain groups are doing. It's
what the groups within those groups people are doing.
Yeah.
And he goes after them.
But I didn't realise that's what he was about at first. I just thought he was just some mad bigot, so I just never paid too much attention to him.
So what's your plans from now on, now that you're nearly 2 weeks into your recovery? What's the game plan?
I've got a minimum of 6 weeks out of the gym. Minimum of 6 weeks for fucking driving, which they kept quiet until after the fucking surgery.
Why?
Because I've been cut across the middle. If I have to do an emergency stop, the fucking seatbelt might open me up, which could be a slight issue.
It's fine.
So
where's the problem?
And it's funny because see like everything, like, oh, you can't go to the gym, you can't do this. All this was spoken about.
How is it fucking explain that to me. So say you're in a car, you wear your seatbelt, you had to do an emergency stop, you need to stop.
Some reason.
Why can you be a passenger but you can't be a driver?
Exactly. Exactly.
Nah.
The seatbelt is in the same place regardless as to where I sit in the fucking car. But for some reason, I can't do that with my foot at the same time. And that's my question. Well, I can be a passenger and get cut in half, but I can't be in control of the vehicle and get cut in half. If I'm at the point where I'm going to get cut in half, shit's already fucked. Do you know what I mean? So, game plan going forward. So, recover from my fucking Frankenstein job. And then depending on how we come out recovery, there might be a little mini cut. And then, in case I gain any weight, if we start from the leanest point growing, it gives us more wiggle room than if we start with a bit of couch fat from fucking having to sit on my arse for 8 weeks.
Why is that?
Because it won't be in the right place.
What won't be in the right place?
The fat. If you can...
Would you get to pick?
Well, you look at a guy who gets fat and is active compared to a guy that sits at a bar every day. where their fat goes on their body is very different. A guy that sits at a bar all day gets this big beer belly.
You've had your fanny apron cut out. So,
so there's a process, and it affects your metabolism as well. So the leaner I am when we start, the more reactive my body will be going forward. So my plan is to not have gained weight. Why don't you just
fucking skip this and get big?
Well, that's the ultimate end goal.
To me, you know, you talked about nihilism, and you like black lines and white lines. Why are you not getting big? I've been saying this for about a year and a half. When are you going to get big?
There'd have been no point getting big when I was a fat bastard. No point.
And now you're talking about a mini cut. This is a fucking change in direction.
No, that's always been a possibility. And that's all dependent on me, on if I make a cunt of the recovery or not. So I'm going to not do that and hope that come 8 weeks, 9th of fucking December.
We need a meeting at the table. I want a round table.
Arthur, Lancelot, fucking Merlin.
And I want the fucking truth. Who's calling these shots, right? Because this direction is not. I've been letting it slide for a while now. But enough's enough.
Enough's enough.
Enough is enough.
Time to fucking
Time
grow.
to get big.
So I come, all going well, 9th of December, Operation Mike 2.0 will begin. And we're going to get fucking massive.
Yes.
Monster Mike will be coming to visit. And then, like I say, spend 2025 getting as muscularly fucking slapped on as possible. 2026 on stage, win, no questions asked. Hopefully win first timers and the overall. That would be an ideal outcome. But I'll be happy with just winning first timers. I want to be in that kind of shape that when I undress backstage, everyone just goes home. It's like, fucking, what's the point?
This is done.
Who's this fucker? Again, show up looking like that boy did at the Hamilton show, like he was a fucking seasoned pro, and he hadn't even stepped on a stage before. That's what I want to look like. I want to look like an absolute fucking seasoned pro.
What was the story with him?
He just showed up for first timers and won first timers and took the overall.
No way.
Swear to God.
Wow.
Aye. Black lad. I don't even know his name. I need to do the recon on him. I just seen the photos and heard the whispers through the grapevine, and I showed up for first timers and won the overall as well. Just
that good.
Just had it. Just nailed the assignment.
Yeah.
Again, they're like, how is this guy first timers? Look like a fucking professional.
So you've done the tattoo awards. You're going to start collecting the bodybuilding trophies now.
That's it. And this is what I was saying the other day, Ken, like you have these goals in your head and you're like, that would be mint, and then you get one, right? Well, 5 would be great. Fuck, I've ended up on 7, right? I'll go to 10. Fuck, I've ended up on 14. Right, I need so I do need to end my tattoo award, my competitive side of tattooing. I need to end it on a multiple of 5. Just, and I'll be happy at that. I can't stop at 14. I can stop at 15. If I step over 15, I need to stop at 20. If I end up stepping over 20, I need to go. So when I get to a multiple of 5, that's when that's getting chopped, and right, competitive tattooing's done now.
Why did you pick that and not the multiple of 5?
It's not for any other reason than I can accept that. 14's a shite number, 16's a shite number, 17's a shite number, 15, 20, 10.
Divisible by 5 or it's shite.
I'm happy with that. I can, and that's all it is. There's no other reason than I can handle that. Yeah. If I'm on a pish number, it's annoying. 14 is such a wank number. Whereas 15, I can accept it. But the problem is that last show, right, I need one more and I've got 10. I won 4 fucking awards that weekend. Games of bogey. And then I won another award, so I'm at 14 now.
What's your plans in terms of the lifestyle page? Where do you see it going?
If I can, I don't know. I don't know yet. It's still in the early.
This is where you need a vision, Mikey. I tell you every Sunday, you need a vision.
The vision's there.
Maybe I don't know.
The vision's there.
I just asked you and he says I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not a fully formed vision yet. It's a partial vision. Because right now,
Mikey, you're starting to sound like the politicians.
So this plan could go to see if it ends up just being influencer based. The pages take off. I do well on content, and I reap the rewards from having really well looked after social media platforms. Great, but then why would I not break into the merch side of things? Why would I not break into potential supplement branding side of things? Why would I not? You know, this could grow arms and legs.
Before we wrap up, we're going to do this, right? We're going to do the ultimate version.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this. Why would I not pish?
Yeah.
This maybe, coulda, shoulda.
So the development process in my head, right? Ultimate, right? So
magic wand scenario. There's the magic wand. Whatever you say happens.
Right. First and foremost, I am a tattoo artist, but this job has a shelf life. I could have a stroke in 5 years and develop a tremor. I could be in a car crash. Something could happen to me that can render me from tattooing. So I need to plan ahead, and this has just happened through this transformation. Could I turn this into a brand? Could I use myself, my image, the traction I've got, inspiring people? Could I become a fucking health and fitness influencer type brand where it could develop more into a business more than just a social media inspiration page? So ideally, if I could, go down that route and the pages take off, go into the merch side of things, have my own protein, supplementation, merchandise, clothing range, who knows, coaching, fuck knows, don't know. But that, in an ideal world, if this could become a lot more than just influencing people and actual physically helping people, providing the tools, the platform, the supplementation, what is needed to build a body like I'm planning on doing, then why would I not? Do you know what I mean?
Vision's still shite.
And then obviously there's the property aspect as well. Like there's a couple of
a good. Let me describe what a good vision is.
Tell me.
You'll understand how shite your vision is by fucking juxtaposing that garbage that you've just fucking spewed out. So a great vision is.
Yeah.
So when I complete this,
Yeah.
what happens is we've got a supplement line, we've got a clothing brand. So the supplement line's there to provide the highest possible nutrients to athletes that are sick of getting substandard products.
Yep.
That
and people have already done this, so it works. It's out there. Do you know what I mean?
And then I do seminars around the world where I teach people what I'm doing. We've got an online coaching where people can go step by step at any point in the journey that they're on, and they can go through that platform and they can see how to begin, how to lose fat, how to build muscle, how to get in contest shape, how to meal prep. All the answers are in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I said. You've just articulated it slightly better.
Maybe, and why would I know, and blah, and a shelf life and car crash, pish. I want to know what it's like when it's great.
Yeah.
And you say, look, I've got...
If I could do all of this while still tattooing, even better. Do you know what I mean?
This is the thing, is that why would you not? Using your analogy.
Exactly, why would I not?
So you go, I'm tattooing, I'm world renowned at tattooing.
Yep.
And I've got this business, and this is what this business looks like.
Yep.
And I'm going to this country and this country and this country. The 3 top countries in the world for this type of fitness industry influencing. People are going to asking me what I'm doing. We're going to have booths. We're going to have the setup. We're going to do meet and greet with the question and answers. Whatever the thing is, but it's how you describe it should be like you're describing a movie that you've recorded, and you're telling me, you're doing the commentary of what's happened. Know this. Well, I could maybe poke my finger in this pie, and I could maybe I can't visualise that.
But it's all.
I could visualise there was a car crash and got you busting open your stitches.
But it's all dependent on whether it does take off. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no. See, I said you weren't listening. I said the magic wand scenario. The magic. Yeah, That doesn't include if it would.
If it does, it's when it does. Yeah, for sure.
The way they put some fairy dust.
I get you. I'm with you.
See, that's why. To have a really, really clear vision, the first part of having a clear vision is that you can actually aim at something because you know what it would. In an ideal world, if you could get everything, if you did have a magic wand, this is what it would look like. The second thing is direction, because you might have 6 things that would be ideal, but maybe only 2 or 3 of them are actually the ones that you really think are worthwhile. Yeah,
for sure.
Because the entrepreneur's trap is always, let me go and do everything because let me expand into every single thing. Then you realise that a lot of the things aren't worthwhile. Something takes up too much time, or it's not as it doesn't catch, or it's not got the same activity or volume or whatever it is. It's nice. It would be nice to have, but it just didn't. Your time deployed there isn't as efficient or gets as much results as deployed somewhere else. And this is where the direction comes in. So your vision's always first, and it should always be the perfect scenario what you would have, and then the direction is a secondary filter where you go, right, there's the direction I want to take, and I can cut out these ones and cut out these ones. That's my sort of freeway to success. But I've got these lanes I stick in and I go flat out as fast as I can. And then start is where you've already started. So what happens is you constantly use these filter systems to go, am I still on it? Am I still on the track? I know what my vision is. Am I still heading?
Am I still going in that direction?
Have I veered off a little bit? Do I need to come back into
Yeah.
it? Do I need to adjust the direction and so on? And that's that, it's like a rudder where you can keep pointing at it.
Yeah.
And you can keep checking where you're at. But to do that, you need to know what the destination looks like really vividly. None of this coulda, shoulda, woulda, wanna, why would I not jargon.
But that is how it started, though. It has started as a why would I not? Like, why this seems to be gathering momentum. Let's see where it goes.
So that's a good bit. So that's really good. So your start is good because you've begun.
Because this was never a plan in my, you know what I mean? Like tattooing, trying to get a property, they were always a staple. This has just been a new thing that could potentially be really, really fucking good. Because I'm relatable to the normal person. Because the majority of us are fat cunts now in the fucking world. I think we're now over...
You're 6'7" and 130 kilos. How the fuck are you relatable to anybody? Apart from other giants.
Just being big though, being fat. Do you know what I mean? Like this, the height side. If anything, I was even more extreme than the average person. Do you know what I mean? The average person wasn't sitting at 166 kilos. Yeah. You know what I mean? The average person will be overweight, but they're way down that fucking scale. Do you know what I mean? Ken, even you at your heaviest plumpness, you were nowhere near 160 odd kilos. Yeah. Not even close.
Not a chance.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I'm a normal guy working and I've managed to achieve X, Y, and Z. So I'm relatable to, there's this online guy who's always been in shape. He doesn't know what it's like to be fat, out of shape, have this, that, and the next thing. You know, he's got fucking wealthy parents that have funded his lifestyle and he's had a six-pack since he was 10. The fuck does he know? He's full of shit. Why would you listen to him? He's never had to graft for it. He's always had it.
Well, it's like... I mean, maybe he has grafted for it. Maybe he just didn't take the wrong turn. What I think what makes you relatable is that he took the wrong turn and you went right off the Richter scale. Like maybe the guy at 10 just fucking stuck in and just was dialed in right.
Well,
off the
yeah,
bat.
maybe
maybe you're like fucking sour grapes because you were big,
but most
and then you went to fucking Sherman Clump level fat bastardness. You were the tall version of fat bastard.
Yeah, for sure.
From Austin Powers.
Aye.
For anybody that hasn't seen Austin Powers, you need to go and check that out.
Big Scottish guy, fat as fuck.
Big Scottish guy called Fat Bastard. And it's these things where you go, look, it's like that was Goggins' whole thing, that, you know, he does these unbelievable feats that were highly unrelatable to the everyday man.
Yeah.
But he came from a place where he was playing the victim, playing, you know, the weakness or copping out and just generally being weak.
Yeah, it's been a shit
That
cunt.
made people related to him.
Yeah,
through that, and that's a good thing.
Because everyone can understand that. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if Goggins came in, started running at 10, smashed it out of the park, he would just, this is a phenom.
He's just another ultra athlete that no one gives a fuck about.
Some alien that's landed here that's super good at stuff. So I don't think I think sometimes that relatable aspect is you can talk from a place where you've been, where
other people can understand.
Someone else is maybe there, and just needs that relatability where they go, that's good. You know what it's like. And then you can help them get there.
This is it, and this is this plan that's forming that could be a potential direction to go in.
We'll need to sit down and do a bit of work with you, because I reckon you've got some fucking serious work to do in this vision. But
for sure.
The good thing is, credit when it's you, as you started.
Yeah,
starting's a killer.
This is the thing. I'll just like it, you know.
There's many a great vision in perfect direction has been killed. Somebody's not started. They've waited for the perfect time.
Aye.
There's never a perfect time.
I just thought, fuck it, let's just start tracking this. And I wish I'd started tracking it sooner. I wish I had more confidence when I was a fat cunt, because that would have been gold from the start.
But was your confidence that low?
Mate, I never looked at that fucking photo till Gabba made me the other day when he posted it up. I fucking sent that to an email myself and archived the cunt,
Did you?
Aye. And I was just like, nah. No. Now I don't care. But, you know, 6 months ago, that email wasn't getting opened, was it? Fuck. I wasn't ready to deal with what I'd done to myself. Whereas now I don't care. Because he sent me it, I'm like, lad, I'm not ready to open. He's like, mate, we need to post this pre-surgery. I'm like, why not wait till the finished product? He's like, because that's 18 months away. He's like, and that's a whole nother post in itself, from start to stage. He's like, whereas now, we've hit a milestone, we've got to this point, you're lean as fuck, but now you need the surgery to remove your gyno. So this is another phase completely. He's like, so now's the time to post this. I'm like, lad, I actually don't give a fuck now, post that, I don't care. I could quite happily look at that photo and have it out there and I don't feel anything about it, because that was me, but now I'm the guy next to it with a fucking six-pack. You know what I mean? So That cunt's dead now. I don't care anymore.
How you get on with your road mics?
Fucking. So I need to. I'm actually meant to bring them so Dale can fucking show me how to work the cunts. I'm trying to find the perfect place to pin it on myself. Because I had it on in the gym as a sort of and just kind of talking through my workout and what I'm doing in X, Y, and Z. And I'm clipping it in the wrong places. I think I'm going to just need to train my hat on and clip it to my hat so my breathing, because anywhere here I'm fucking breathing, you're pulling down, it's just not working. So I either need to get...
See a lot of guys that have got it like the hat and they have it either here or in the flap.
The road one's slightly too big to clip on my glasses, unless I get glasses with maybe a thicker leg. So I think I'll just start training my cap on and stick it on the side of my hat. So my breathing is... Because even with the fucking fluffy hang on, it's no stopping the... Because obviously if I'm pulling down, the mic's right in front of my face and I'm... it's fucking bullshit to listen to. So can I put up like, right, I'm mic'd up in the gym, depending on how this goes, depending on whether the video is going to have the mic, and it didn't, because it was fucking bullshit. So the mic needs a little bit of tweaking. I need to work on that. So yeah, that's fucking... I seen a guy, he's a gym guy, and he's got his mic on a long chain, so it sits quite far down away from him, so that's a potential option as well.
A long chain, would that work?
Seems to for him. He's just got a silver chain on and it sits quite far down, and he seems to not have any issues.
The new ones that Dale was that's got was the DJI ones.
Yeah.
This one, same as my drone.
Because they're quite small too.
They're really good.
Yeah. So
and they're magnetic, so you can get them.
Well, the roads come. I can change the clips on mine to make it magnetic too.
Can you?
But it's still going to be in my breathing zone.
Like if you just get it to the side.
Well, that's what I was doing on my vest, but when I'm pulling down, it's literally, it's getting like snuffled by my muscles. So I think a hat is probably, I've got loads of hats anyway, so I'll try that and clip it on and see if that removes that issue for me.
Well, good mate. Listen, thanks for coming on.
Always a pleasure,
as always. We went in a fly in the wall chat there. That was good.
It was good. It was decent.
It's good just to let it fly, see where it goes.
Yeah, it's always the best way, mate. Scripting it never works. You better just fucking chat and shit and see what it comes out.
What did we talk about? Memes, chemtrails, Diddy,
Trump,
Olympia,
hurricanes,
FEMA, competitions,
Olympia,
investing, vision, bit about how direction and vision are the two parts you've started, which is good.
Like I said the other day as well, I'm going to see if anyone wants to try and get behind me on this journey.
Who would be your ideal person to get behind you?
I don't know, like a MyProtein, Gymshark, one of the bigger companies would be ideal. Any supplementation company, because on this next roadmap, the supplementation, that's probably actually your biggest outgoing, is the supplementation side of things. You know what I mean? Kind of your fucking everything to keep everything running properly. That's the biggest outlay. That's way more than PEDs.
What?
Mate, fucking Jesus. A lot of it's expensive, the vitamin side of things. And the protein. I don't know what's happened with protein in the past coming years. Protein's fucking expensive now.
Everything's went up.
But protein, you're talking like nearly 200 quid for a 5 kilo bag. How? What happened? I don't remember protein ever being that expensive back in the day.
Stuff from Holland and Barrett's like vanilla flavoured sand.
No, fuck that, no. But even then, like your base brands and that, they're still up there, eh?
Really?
Aye. They're fucking extortionate, lad. Like most decent 2 kilo tubs now, they're going to set you back 70-80 quid.
Speak to Ricardo, he's got good protein.
He uses all the fucking, I do know the brand. I seen it on his thing the other day. The fucking, I know what you're on about.
He's got a few in now. He's up the...
Because a lot of the trained by JP stuff's really good quality, but you're paying for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, let's get somebody behind you. Let's get somebody to see.
Because if I go from the couch, big fat couch slug, to,
first timer bodybuilding god,
it's a good story. In 3 years, in 3 fucking years, you know what I mean? I'd get behind that guy. I'm
looking forward to getting behind it properly and getting big. This sort of skelf of a fucking maggot of a god has been annoying me for long enough.
Be good. I was watching a video with Lee Priest the other day and he got to 24 inch on his biceps. I'm going for it like 23 is my biggest. And so if I
You
can
can get 24.
this is what I'm saying. And that was without really trying back in the day. So I think if I'm actually going for it, 24 is not an extra inch. That's not right. I mean, I'm down to 20 now, but you know, I'm fucking skinny.
24-inch biceps.
That's what he had in his prime.
Massive.
24.
That's huge.
Massive, mate. Arnie was 23 and a half in his prime.
Do you think he was? I don't think he looked that big.
I'm sure Arnie was 23 and a half. I'm pretty confident on that one. Like,
I'd want you know how he used to play mind games and tricks with people? I think he used to fuck with people. Which
that's what Lee talks about. Like he's like, Arnold has never done an Arnold press. He's like, I still think he laughs about it to this day.
Yep.
He's like, not once did he ever do an Arnold
I
press.
seen somebody doing it today in the gym.
The fucking
An Arnold press.
Fucking alien.
I remember watching him. He's talking. The reporter's like, "Do you drink milk?" He's like, "No, milk is for babies. I drink beer."
Yeah.
Just messing with him.
That's he's such a fucking. I was surprised they never. I thought he was going to get backlash. Did you watch his Netflix documentary? And he touches on depression, and he says depression's for lazy people that have too much time on their hands. And I'm like, oh fuck me, Arnie, that's. But nothing came of it. I thought I was just like, oh.
Did they say depression's for lazy people with too much time?
Too much time on their hands.
Oh, jeez, oh.
It's like if you're busy, you don't have time to be depressed. And you know,
well, look, it's a viewpoint.
It's a view. I was just like, in today's day and age, that was a brave one to whap on a Netflix documentary.
Especially with some of the stuff that he's came out. He's been pretty controversial in terms of some of the things he said in and around COVID.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find it for you. I'll send you the clip. It just blurts it out. And I'm just like, on yourself, aren't I?
Well, we'll keep track of the progress.
We'll
see what happens. We'll see if we can get a sponsor. So if he's out there, he's want to get behind Big Mikey, literally one of the biggest human beings that I've ever seen. Hit him up. Go follow his page. Mikey's Lifestyle. What's it called, Mikey?
What is it called?
Big Mike Lifestyle.
It would help if I actually knew what my fucking page was called, Aye, Big Mike _lifestyle.
Big Mike _lifestyle. So go and give him a follow. He's on YouTube. He's on Instagram. You on TikTok or just Insta?
No, everything. TikTok's just Big Mike OST. There are currently 7 fake pages of me, so be careful. It's the one with over 100,000 followers. If it's under 100,000 followers, it's a fake page.
So we'll put Mikey's pages in the show notes. So click on them and you'll go to the real page and give him a follow. If you want to follow him, his main tattoo page is pretty cool. You'll go see a lot of good stuff. And his lifestyle pages, if you want a bit of inspiration, you want to get off your backside and you want to hear from somebody that's been where you might be overweight, your confidence might be in the floor, you might be kicking yourself, you might be thinking that you're done, you might be thinking it's too late. And we'll go and give the page a follow because you'll see Mikey's before pictures. And if you think that it's too late for you, it should have been too late for him because he went way, way further than you did. So there's hope. If he can get back to this, then so can you. And if you want some tips, tricks, techniques, the inside track, the truth and nothing but the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the stuff that people don't talk about, he's going to put it all out there. So give the page a follow and follow along. We'll get Big Mikey back in once he's recovered fully. We'll hear how that went. We'll see if he's went back to fully non-swollen and touch on how his gym session started back up and if he's going to avoid this mini cut, which I think is just shambles in every way possible. So stand by for all the clips. Give us a follow on all the social media channels. And if you like this sort of content where we go over mindset, come and visit me over at school. Got a mindset coaching community called Mount Mindset, where if you want to level up and you need that tweak in your mindset to get started, remember every single thing starts in the mind. Come and visit us over there. We do monthly meetups at the end of each month where we actually climb a real hill and go up there and get you prepared for what it's like to take on a new challenge. So if you're sick of being stuck in the rut, you want to get out of that bad loop, that bad patterns, and you're ready to make the move, come and join us over there. From me this week, that's a wrap.